It's a night of moody stars over the city never sleeps. The struggle of hard bones and empty bottles. It's dreams left sleeping by the click-clack railroad tracks, and dreams waking on the beach with the taste of last night's drunk still in your mouth. It's calling out your lover's name so loud that it shakes the sky to brightness, then moves through the day with fierce determination. It's living present and feeling the perception like there will not be another day like this ever. It's balancing feathers and driving around the world with a stereo blasting through the interstellar air. Its blades spinning through the psychedelic movements of wind, powering the lights at the end of the world. Beat as weed as how someone takes all you have and disappears into a fog of missing possibilities and leaves you there crying at a table set for one. Beat is when you don't care anymore that you are beat, and you just lean forward and listen to the flapping of your shoes on the hot asphalt of a slow-boiling summer's day. Beat is yow, man. Beat is yow, man. Beat is yow, man. Cool, cool, cool. It's beat children struggling to save a beat planet from plastic bags roiling in a radiated sea. Beat is beat down. Beat is beat up. Beat is life. Beat up. It eats into you like a hungry worm, breaks over you in waves of spent notes spilling wildly from some musician's pinched-lipped horn, and wraps around you like a hot-smoke woman on a cool, warm night. Beat is a long, slow cry of distant train whistles in the middle of a long, dark dream. It's knowing that you're standing on a path where one journey ends and another one begins. Beat is watching the vapor trails of airplanes crisscrossing the sky and knowing that you'll be somewhere else when tomorrow burns new experience inside you. It's tapping shoes and nodding heads, and wild screams when you can't contain the joy that's inside of you. It moves your feet, propels you across the floor, and throws you into the arms of a pretty girl, while a musician on stage is smiling because he feels it too. So he starts pounding the piano so hard that the sound is flying out through the electric air as a drummer taps his hi-hat of unexplored possibilities. Beat is finding the rhythm in the form. Beat is life, man. Beat is life. Beat is life, man. Beat is life. Beat is life, man. Beat is life. Beat is life, man. Beat is life, man.
Hi, my name is Karlostheunhappy, and I'd like to start by thanking all those on the board of the foundation for this honor, and I very much hope you have a fantastic festival. I'm going to read a poem called What is Beat? And it goes like this. People ask me, what is beat? But how the hell should I know? I'm only a human made of tears, nostalgia, and bits of tomato. I know but only this reality, built of bored teacher words and duty, built of pain only slightly less than the last guy who wore this suit of loneliness. But if you're going to push me, I guess I'd have to say it's some kind of Indian dada blues or beat-bop hangover. It's America sleeping in a doorway. It's the waving pines. It's happiness drunk under the moon. It's being sick of silence, but also at once kissing it too. It's the street scene and the sound of winter in your heart. And sometimes I'm certain it's also the state of the nation as it really is. And I'm pretty sure it's the way the ocean strokes the beach. It's the hot night of love and pain, not Moonlight Serenade, but instead the Journal of Albion Moonlight. It's the howl of living. It's the falling in love with solitude and sunlight. It's falling in love with love and the first cold beer of the day. But it's also that blue room of aloneness and the dead face of the door after she's gone. And I've been thinking recently, I'm pretty sure it's all that space up there on the mountain top wide, and the big sky of Montana, and the big sky when I see it in my mind. I guess it's also the warm under the pine needle tree shade, and the wild improvisation of stars, and that sweet evening breeze that blows its soft solo through your open window of kindness. At least that's what I think it is, although that's mostly what I read with my stupid mind eyes. To me, it's wet, rainy Wales, Wales visitation, reading Blake by the Wye, the Green River Summer Wye. It's the beat ghosts of sorrow with all those friendships formed and failed. It's the Dharma lines of the golden eternity all the way down the way of Zen and the great red wheelbarrow Walden leaves of grass. I also feel it in the swallowing of tears to Adria Mitchell's love songs of World War III. And to me, it's walking with vision phrases of Jack and Alan, or the sadness of Jan and Gerard. It's the earth underfoot in the walking meditation. It's visions of the Buddha of our age, visions of Blake, and trying to build visions of self from beat lines of the night mind, a Ferlinghetti mind, which, as far as I can tell, has spilled beauty everywhere for everyone.
We are creative. We blow away lies and injustice. We are graphic. We are honest. We tell it like it is. We are fierce. We are brutal. We are compassionate. We are gentle. We are kind. We have soft hearts. We are free. We are spirit. We are sex. We are magic. We dwell in the realms of the creative imagination. We are the creative imagination. We know that the shortest distance between 2 points is creative distance. We pay attention to the long forgotten wisdom voices of the forest. We vanquish the overtly materialistic greedy who intentionally destroy mountains. We honor mountains and oceans and eagles and wolves. We cherish Mother Earth and all her terrible beauty. We are non-violent spiritual warriors. We are lightning. We are thunder. We are song poems. We are fearless visionary poets. We have wolf eyes. We are more than the eye of the storm. We are the new beat generation. We refuse. We will not bow down. We will never give up. We are Mother Earth's open nerve. We are the new beat generation. The new beat generation. We are the new beat generation. Beat generation. The new beat generation and the new beat. The beat, the beat. Beat, 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 beat.
done.
Must be done. Where is the unity? The community that is gathered for the feast.
And here's my poem. Maybe they had their reasons. Yes, maybe they had their reasons why they shredded her reputation in their demonic rumors. Why he never came back to say why he had gone away. Why she always pretended to have far more patience than she did. Why politicians compulsively lied year after year. Why the monsoons never came whenever they were needed. Why the moon always shielded and hid thieves and their accomplices. Why young girls in their first flush of youth committed suicide. Then, why was homosexuality targeted with such vengeance? Why her parents sold her off to a 60-year-old debauch? Why endless wars kept two peace-loving nations at loggerheads constantly? Why widows and spinsters were looked at with disdain and suspicion, while women hardly ever announced that they were running a fever? Why some mothers-in-law tortured their docile daughters-in-law? Why some children disowned their parents when they needed them most? Why some kids and tiny tots were thought as sex objects? Why the scrumptious stuff always made one put on weight? Maybe they had their reasons. Maybe they had their reasons. Thank you. Hello, my name is Lily Swarn and I come to you from Chandigarh, India. My poem is titled, Maybe They Had Their Reasons. Yes, maybe they had their reasons. Why they shredded her reputation in their demonic rumor mills. Why he never came back to tell her why he went away. Why she always pretended to have far more patience than she did. Why politicians compulsively lied year after year. Why her parents sold her off to a 60-year-old debauch. Why endless wars kept two peace-loving nations constantly at loggerheads. Why widows and spinsters are looked at with suspicion, and why women hardly ever announce that they're running a fever. Why some folks thought babies and tiny tots were sex objects. Why the scrumptious stuff always made one put on weight. Maybe they had their reasons. Yes, maybe they had their reasons. Thank you.
Hi everybody, I'm Chouchou Valdemer. A few words about me. I'm self-taught visual artist, writer, poet and more. I was born in 1946 in Marseille, France. Do your math. In 1976 I came to London to visit a friend that I had met in India. I meant to stay a fortnight, and yes, I went on the hippie trail way back, the best 2 years of my life, with my 2-year-old boy. And I've been living in the UK ever since. 20 in London, squatting and exhibiting and participating to all manner of projects, with the underground artist community. Then I moved to the seaside 26 years ago. I've participated, as I said, to many communal projects throughout my life in a variety of media. It's my favorite way of sharing. I like group work. At the moment, I'm working on several projects for publication in the near future, hopefully. Needless to say, how honored I am to be a part of this festival among such a good crowd, and hope you enjoy my piece. A word about poem pour ma pomme. It's a poem, obviously, or not, is a distortion of poem that a friend and I used at the time. We were heavily involved in writing together, and he was trying to invent a new language. A big thank you to you, James Harvey-Kessler, to lend it to me. As for pomme, with double M, in street French it means apple. But in Stein, though, it means someone that's not clued up, but can be marvelous in many other ways, or not. It was written in 2014. So, pomme pour une pomme. It would be nice to get a surprise. Email me from time to time. Oh, not often, just here and there. Well, a surprise, a sweet whisper, a memory of days gone by. The grass is indeed greener wherever I look. It goes to my head. It goes to my head the way it used to when I intrigued you, and you, my love, entranced me. As the thought settled in my mind, it has been so long since I missed my lover. So much else to do, so much to catch up with. My hand slowly glides down my belly, cradles my mouth, fleshy, warm, tender. My breasts want a willing hand. I can feel the squeeze of an impatient lover.
Hi everyone. The title of my poem is Wings of Hope. Sometimes an alien night, blues come, first in a trickle, then in a flood, a sea of spiked hyacinths, incarcerated sorrows. But still, like a dolphin, hope leaps out. I see a mermaid emerge from the deep amid cursive tides of night. The aquamarine jewels, with the shimmer of moonlight, mystical and magical. Sometimes disappointment on the stony roads, treeless under a scorching sun, bleak like barren brown deserts, ruthless like carnivorous breaths, threatening to swallow, but still like a desert flower, hope dares to blow. My mind weaves rainbows, beautiful with 7 colors, on the iridescent wings of hope. My heart soars high into a cool cosmos. Thank you.
swaying moon of many nights, and the happy hand's purpose soon into the swarm of an anthill. Oh, my body knows it's alive. The pale one rolls over the lines of benches where the almost living sat with claws clutching unto life as if they were about to topple off. Pockmarked 3 days among clouds of joy allows the light to speak in full sentences. The luster of the late night surface let out of a burning moon. The part of the world that is in a major key, dancing out of today's memory, steps in gravel crackling on the line. Oh, how the shiny bead reels. On its way down it kneels, letting done be already done. The street glows red, red. The tree speaks with cleft hands, reflects its treads on ice and on waters, with all the light running out, paves the way when the war is over, climbing a long, long night. Say your goodbye of me. Oh, you painting frame before being painted. The hands are so small, the stomach holds oceans. Oh, moon, you enchanted frog, you hope for master, rocking like a small wooden horse, lover of children and the elderly. Going out of the sun takes a dip in the west with pointed breasts and onion thoughts, shining onion, half onion cry. Oh, gesture with hand and tongue. The little that is left of day, a moon of the lightly later, the moonlight's dance steps among the trees. Mosquitoes pull stinging into the spruces. Blinking moon blue in the face, possible to read on the risen skin. You remain as seeds by the road, one grabbed, two pulled, the third to the harbor. The moon's oral cavity of 6 lobes sweeps past the glass of the train windows. The hand paves the way through the labyrinth, the golden path that settles down. You know who you are going to. One cannot know when and how, only that. We call it Fox, the life of the moon with its bushy tail in the shadow of the towers. Oh, your name tells us everything. Like a loaf of bread left to rise, the eyes go out hunting to satisfy hungry eyes. That the little ones should tiptoe makes the thoughts alight in the ditches. The combs are placed in the dresser, my aunts resting peacefully at night. You walk by because you must, oh moon of rich cloth, with thread and comfort by day, drag your singing wing through thirsty wheat fields, with song and song by day and by day. The thread travels from tree to tree, removing the scales from one's eyes with wine. Oh, hear these bees, man's burning longing for life.